Here comes Eric. He's up by the ski lift in the red. He's coming down. He's doing his pizza shape. And there he is.
What's up?
The day he killed himself, the main bully went up to him and said, "Why don't you go home and shoot yourself? It's not like anyone would care." And so he did.
I was cooking dinner when my son, Carl Joseph Walker Hoover, went to his room where I imagined he'd be doing his homework or playing his video games. Instead, I found him hanging by an extension cord tied around his neck. He was 11 years old.
There were problems in high school as far as me being gay. I was picked on. When I did try to act like I was in the closet, I was counted out, like singled out on everything, you know, that gay boy this and all this other kind of stuff. So I did drop out of school and I was like 16.
Generally, bullying means that the harassment has to be ongoing, it has to be repeated, it has to be severe, sufficiently severe, so that it has a negative impact on the target.
Go to homecoming with you? I don't think so.
Get away from me, you homo.
Bullying is different than conflict. Conflict is something that happens between peers on an equal level. Bullying is an effort by one individual to exert power over another.
They called me fag. There was this R. Kelly song that was out, Trapped in the Closet, and that was a song that they would sing when I would walk into the classroom.
I'm in the closet like, man, what the f is going on?
I have tried committing suicide one time, and I just realized I just felt like I just didn't fit in anywhere, and there was nowhere to go. Couldn't tell my family, I couldn't talk to anyone because no one knew but me.
Kids who are perceived to be LGBT, even if they don't identify as LGBT, those are the kids that are disproportionately impacted by bullying, and ironically, they're the kids that are most neglected. Anti-gay bullying is extremely common, and more common than we'd like to admit. The term, "that's so gay," the term, "you're a fag, you're a dyke," whatever, those kinds of slurs are commonly used in schools around the country. And what I found in training individuals, training adults, is that the bullying so often is based on sex stereotypes.
In 2005, we did a study called From Teasing to Torment, and what we found is that students across the country identify as the top 3 reasons that students are bullied: their physical appearance, their actual or perceived sexual orientation, and whether they are traditionally masculine or feminine enough.
We have so many students that don't realize that their behavior is bullying behavior. They have grown up in families and been bullied. And so that's what they do. That's how they behave. And so the challenge, I think, for schools is to really get children to realize that their behavior is hurtful.
Everything flows from the top. If you have an administration that does not believe that verbal taunting is bullying, then nothing will change. Nothing will change.
He was a very, very big baby. Almost 9 pounds. And 23 inches tall. Didn't have a baby, had a toddler. He was a very gentle soul. He was raised to believe that there was never a reason to raise your hand to another human being.
They didn't call him Twiggy for nothing.
Right.
That was his nickname in the
Yeah,
in the
and
school.
when he came home with that nickname, Most of us know where Twiggy originated from. She was a very thin model. And I said, "Are you sure?" "Oh yeah, Mom. Yeah, I'm well aware, but it's because I look like a twig." Okay, these are some of the pictures from Eric. This was in California, Hollywood. That was his last trip. This was...
Mentioning someone needs a hug, people would go to him for Twiggy hugs to cheer them up. This slogan up here, "Real men wear pink."
His favorite t-shirt was a pink t-shirt that had the slogan, "What are you laughing at? This is your girlfriend's pink shirt." Another one that he really liked was "Tough enough to wear pink."
But he said nothing about the bullying except 6 days before the suicide itself. And it was on a Friday. And Jan and
He came home from work and he was over the moon. "What's going on?" "Well, the math teacher finally caught the bullies." "Well, wait a minute. What do you mean bullies?" "Well, I've been picked on all year. But the math teacher finally put these guys in their place. It was great, Mom. He really reamed them out." I said to him, "I need to get involved. I need to go to the teacher." "No, it's handled."
I talked to him the next Tuesday briefly, and he just said, "Well, they're being snarky again," or some comment like that. But you know, he kind of brushed it off as not really all that significant. It wasn't until the memorial service that we had kids from his classroom come up to us and start telling us, you know, the kind of bullying that he was going through.
His ear was flicked. Paper wads were thrown at him. Stuff was shoved into his hoodie. He was shoved into lockers.
Poked in the back with pencils. Constant verbal abuse. He
was
threatened with assault daily.
Called faggot, homo, queer, gay.
Well, he was ordered to shoot himself by these two bullies from that class for at least 2 months, from what the students were telling us. I mean, that's how vicious the bullying was.
And so he did.
There he is.
What's up?
Awesome. How was it?
Never an apology. Never a consequence for the bullies.
The school knows, but they never gave these students to the day they graduated so much as a detention. The teacher was never spoken to, put on a plan of assistance or anything. It was all swept under the rug.
If it's the last thing I do, I want a federal law in place identifying verbal bullying as the crime that it is. I want something in place so that it will lessen the likelihood of somebody else living my life.
I am myself a mother, and as any parent will tell you, one of the toughest things you ever have to do is leave your child at the schoolhouse door. When you think about it, every child in this country spends most of their life, most of their waking time in a school. And in that context, we as parents, we as communities, and we as a nation entrust schools with the care, development, and character of the young people who are there every single day. So we owe it to ourselves and to each other to make sure that they're doing their job well.